So don't worry, nobody else is in the shop. Okay. Oh, let's start. Might as well start seated. All right. Okay. Right. Just have your feet out in front, sort of that width. All right. And just have your fingers behind you. So your fingertips with your palms facing forwards. All right. And just lift your chest up. You don't have to do anything super lift or anything. All right. And we're just going to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we're just going to go to the left side with the legs. That's it. So just little whiffy waft each side. All right. So coming back up, over to the right side. So you might feel it in this inside leg here. That's it. And up and over. That's it. So what I want you to do, coming up and over, up and over. Now I want you to squeeze, especially this inside leg, squeeze it. Flex your feet a bit more. That's it, that's it. Lift the chest up so you can push that leg a bit closer to the floor. Good stuff. Coming up, all right? So you might do a little wiggle in the middle, coming over to the side, flex a little bit, squeeze this thigh, lift the chest a bit, see if you can press a little closer to the floor. Good. Do one more of those each side, coming back up. We're going to go over. Try and keep your bum on the floor, push that leg down. That's it, squeeze. Inhale up, coming over to that right side. Good stuff. That's it. And back we come. Nice. Right. Tuck your left leg in. Right leg sticks out. It doesn't have to be. So just straight out to the side. So don't worry if this knee's coming off the floor a little bit. Try and push this foot as close as you can into this inside thigh. Fingers back where we were. Then what I want you to do is, I'll turn around here, I want you to squeeze here to make this leg come out. All right? So squeeze there, and we're trying to move that leg out. Doesn't matter if that knee's not coming to the floor, just give it a little go. So I'm even gonna press there to make sure that bit's working. All right? That's it. Good. All right, that's one, and we're gonna try and keep that knee down if we can. So sit forwards a little bit more. So push forwards. Lift the chest. Good. We're going to come into a little twist. So right hand's going to come to that bent knee. That's it. Lift up. Use your fingers on the floor behind to lift up. Super squeeze this straight leg. Pull the toes up. We're going to twist over that left side. If you can, push that left foot into your right thigh. Squeeze your legs. Facing forwards. That's it. Fingers out in front. I want you to lift the shoulders up and then pull them down. That's it. So you want your chest to come forwards. I'm going to tip my pelvis forwards and see if we can reach forward. Super squeeze this straight leg. Just come forwards. Try and look up rather than down. Really think about this straight leg. Push it into the floor. Lift the chest up. Right. Coming back. You're getting a bit crampy. Yeah. Give it a little wiggle. Right. We're going to swap over. So left leg out. Right foot comes in. That's it. Now, this knee might be off the floor a little bit. Don't worry if that's happening. We're going to have left fingers behind. I'm going to hold here. I'm going to squeeze there to make this leg come out. All right. Up, down, up, down, up, down. That's it. Now, do a little shuffle. So this foot, if it doesn't touch, don't worry about it. But we're trying to push this foot into this leg. All right. We're going to come into our twist. So strong left leg. Pull the toes back. Keep this leg strong. Left hand on that right knee, right fingers behind. We're going to sit up first. That's it. Now, super squeeze left leg. We're going to twist over that right shoulder. Use the hand on the knee to help you, and then squeeze the side waist. And looking forwards again. Good. Try and keep the stiff legs, fingers on the floor. So I'm looking down to start with. Lift the shoulders up. So shrug up. Now pull them down, and it lifts your chest up. That's it. Super squeeze this leg. Squeeze your thigh. See if you can walk forwards with the fingers. So it doesn't have to be very far. I want you to think about dragging those shoulders down the back, pulling the chest forwards. Lovely. Walk those fingers back. Good. If we can, we're going to tuck that foot in. So you might need to do a little wiggle. If this feels like the weird way round, normally you would do it that way round. Swap. Yeah. All right. Okay, so knees in the air, fingers out by the sides. think about what's happening here. You don't want to move around like this. You want to try and lift up. So use the fingers to help you. Again, we're going to squeeze where we did before, and we're going to press those legs down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. That's one. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now try and keep the legs out. We're going to use those fingers to lean forwards a little bit and then bring the fingers forwards. So again, we want to think about where those shoulders are. All right, so it doesn't matter how low down you come, it's better to push away from the floor. Shoulders are up, shoulders are down. So look forwards. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to see if we can creep the fingers forwards a little bit. What you're doing is pressing this bit closer to there, not that there. All right, so a little bit, and another breather. Inhale. Push away from the floor with your fingertips. Pull the shoulders back down. Pull the chest forwards. Maybe a little creep with the fingers. That's it. And then stay there. You don't have to be like flat on the floor. All right. Roll the armpits underneath. So I've ended up with the little creases facing forwards. That's it. You might be able to drag yourself forward a tiny bit. Nice. And lift the chest. That's it. Are you all right sitting like this still? Okay, so squeezing. We're going to come into a twist, all right? So we're going to lift up here. Left hand behind. Beyond the fingertips, lift up. Right hand to that left knee. Sit up again. Now try and draw this shoulder blade down. That's it. Now twist over that left shoulder. Really think about squeezing the side waist. So squeeze in the middle. Inhale. Sit up a bit taller. Exhale, we're going to twist. Inhale, facing forwards. So just have a breather here. So hands on the knees. Exhale, we're going to lean back. So I'm rounding, tucking under with the pelvis. Inhale, I'm going to drag my chest through. I'm going to tip my pelvis forward so the hip bones come nearer to the thighs, and lift the gaze if you want. Exhale, we're going to round. Inhale, coming forward. So it's like a little seated cat-cow. Exhale, round. Inhale, drag that chest. That's it, nice. One more. Exhale, round. Inhale, drag that chest through. Lovely. Coming back up to seated. Hands on the knees, try and lift up, shoulders down. Left hand on that right knee, right fingers behind. Use the fingers on the floor to help you sit up. Pull this shoulder blade down. Exhale, we're going to twist over that right side. So when you get as far as you can, just stay there. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to twist a little bit more if you can, and super squeeze your side waist. Inhale, release and face forwards. So to come onto all fours, now to bring your hands down and roll forwards, or we can just lean back, get the legs out, and come onto all fours like that. I've only been teaching this class for 8 years. No idea when I'm working. So, with your fingers, try to avoid looking all neat like this, all right? You want to claw it, okay? You want the wrists under the shoulders so you can really push into the heels of the hands and your fingertips, all right? So little spider fingers. You're going to lift that away from the floor, all right? Now, knees are right under your shins, looking good to me, all right? And leg. So we're going to do our cat-cat. Okay, so we're going to round the back, push your back up to the ceiling. Here. So think about your mid-back. The upper back slightly rounds, and you're pushing your mid-back up. Try and tuck your tail under and squeeze your bum. Inhale, come back to neutral. So just flat back, maybe have a little wiggle. So when we're arching, coming the other way, you want to draw the shoulders back, stick your bum in the air, push through the shins and squeeze your back. So you're not just kind of shoving your stomach down to the floor. Try and use your back muscles to arch. So you're pulling down about bra strap height, super squeeze there. Maybe lifting the gaze. and then release back to tabletop. Maybe have a little wiggle. We're going to round, push up towards the ceiling, tuck under. So tuck under and squeeze your bum. Push the hands firmly into the floor. Mid-back pushes up. Inhale, arching. That's it. If you can, you start to pull that chest through. One more. Exhale, round. Tuck under, squeeze your bum. Inhale, arch. That's it. So try not to overextend your arms. Have a little tiny bend in the arm and drag that chest through. And round here, big toes together. We're going to sit back towards the heels. Look forwards and then creep the hands forward. So we're coming into extended child, but I want you to do it in little steps, all right? So my bum's on the feet, my arms are stretching forwards. Exhale, forehead towards the floor. Don't worry if it's not touching the floor. Your elbows are off the floor now, and use the heels of the hands to push the weight back and down. So inhale, expand, belly expands. Exhale, you're trying to draw the navel in. Everything comes into the center line. You push with the hands to go backwards, and you press with your abdomen to compress towards the floor. Inhale, expand. Exhale, push and press. Last one. Inhale, expand. Exhale, push and press. Inhale, nice and slow. Keep your chin tucked in. We're going to start to roll forwards towards the front of the mat. So rolling around in the upper back. I'm going to keep going. So as the hips start to come forwards and drop down, I'm going to separate my feet. That's it. Let the hips come down. Now there, don't be all saggy. What you want to do is push your pelvis forward and then clap. So you squeeze your bum. All right. Now we're going to push away from the floor. Try and pull the shoulders back. That's it. Nice. Exhale. Press into the hands. Keep tucking in the abdomen, round the back, big toes together, back into extended child. So we're going to do 3 more spinal rolls. Inhale, rolling forward. So go super slow. Round the back, round the back, round the back. Exhale, drop down with the hips. So here, have a little pause. Then push the pelvis forward, squeeze your bum. Inhale, lift away from the floor. Nice. Exhale, press into the hands, round and back. 2 more to go. Inhale, roll. Exhale, drop. Squeeze. Inhale, lift. Nice. So super squeeze your bum and your legs. All right. Press. Extended child. Last one. Roll. Exhale, drop down. Good. Separate the feet. So squeeze now. Lift away from the floor. Really nice. That's it. Good. Tiny little bend in the elbow. Exhale, press into the hands. Extended child. Inhale, up to all fours. I'm going to drag my hands back a bit, knees in a bit, so that you're nice and square again. I'm going to come into gate. Right, so we're going to stick the right toe out to the side, so we come off the mat. This is just more for balance. So you're balancing on right hand, right knee, and then your left leg sticks out behind you, and your heel's in line with this right knee. So you're in a straight line along the mat. Stick your left leg straight behind you. So you look like this. That's it. All right, so we're going to start to circle this left shoulder. So what I want you to think about is squeezing your bum, all right, and squeeze your right bum and push the hips towards the park, that way, all right. So look towards the floor and your left fingers are just on the mat, like this. So I'm closing my chest towards the floor. I'm going to drag that left hand along the mat behind me towards that back foot, and then I'm going to open up in a nice big circle, look up to the ceiling, stretch here when you get to arms opposite each other. That's it. So push into that bottom hand. Lovely. Exhale. We're going to go over the head and then brush. So I'm looking down. I'm going to scrape along the floor. Now I'm going to lift up, look up, open the chest a little bit, and come down. So we're going to start exaggerating that circle, right? So we're dragging that hand along the floor, lift up. Now super squeeze your right bum and push that hip look up to the ceiling, coming to a tiny little back bend, so my arms behind me. I'm opening the chest up towards the ceiling, good. Nice big circle with that arm in front of you here, that's it, good. And drag, coming up, make a big circle, open the chest. And come back to the floor with the hand, last circle now, hand coming back. Open that chest, squeeze that right bottom if you can, push into that right shin, and back to the floor. Left hand down, left knee's going to come back in, and we're squaring. All right, cat-cow from here. Inhale, arch. Coming the other way, tummy down, lifting the chest. Exhale, round. Big toes together, extended chart. So here, sit back first, then put the arms forwards or head towards the floor. Inhale, rock back up, grab the hands back, knees back in a bit if they've gone out. That's it. Left toes are going to stick out, right leg sticks out. So engage the other side. That's it. All right, so think about left bar. Push it forward, so you're lengthening in this left thigh and you're squeezing your left bar. Right fingers are going to just start on the floor, looking at the floor. We're going to drag them along to that back leg, open that arm up towards the ceiling. Stop when your shoulders are in a line, and we're going to reach here. So expand across the chest, look up to that top hand if you can. Exhale, that hand's coming over your head, look down, so you're closing the chest. We're going to scrape that hand along the floor, nice big circles with that shoulder. First one, we're just going in a little in line direction. Hand down, scrape. Now we're going to open the chest a bit more. So circle that arm up and behind you. See if you can look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, coming back down. So close the chest, drag the hand, circle, open, look up towards the ceiling. And last one. Scrape that hand along the floor. Inhale up, look up towards the ceiling. Nice big circle with that shoulder. And back to the floor. Right hand comes to match left. Right knee back in. Pull that leg back in, so we're square. Inhale, tummy down, chest up. Pull the chest down, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, round. Big toes together, sit back towards the heels. Walk those hands forwards. Inhale, walk back up to all fours, move the hands back, get to square. All right, I'm going to start with the left leg because it's nearer the camera. Left foot is just going to slide out behind, so your top of the foot is on the floor. So your sole of the foot is pointing up towards the ceiling. So come onto the top of the foot like this. That's it. Now, super squeeze that leg all the way up. So I'm going to squeeze my bum, I'm going to squeeze that thigh, and it makes you like you've got a stick for a leg. All right, we're going to lift it off the floor, we're going to flex. So don't lift it too high, and you want to have a closed hip, which means both hip bones are facing the floor. We don't want to lift that hip up like this. All right, we're rolling it closed. Okay, looking forwards here. So really press into the right shin that's on the floor, lift away from the floor, and super squeeze that left. Exhale, we're going to tuck in, nose to knee. So point the toe when you come in. Exhale, send it back and flex. Push out through the heel, lift the chest. Really push through the hands, everything squeeze. Exhale, knee in. Round the back, inhale, extend, and flex the foot. Good. Last one. Coming in and out. Flex the foot. Now, as we come in, we're going to bring that knee in and drop it between, well, knee between the hands. All right? That's this way. So from here, your leg is in a line. So my foot is disappeared behind my thigh. We're going to sit down on that left heel if you can. All right? Okay. So with this right leg, you can tuck your toes and work it back a bit. That's it. So you might be leaning forwards a little bit. So we're going to have our fingers either side of that front knee. I like to have my hands that way around for this bit. All right, and nice and slowly, what I want you to think about is squeezing your right bum and pushing that right hip forwards. So you want to clamp your leg there. We're going to lift the chest up a little bit. Exhale, just lean forwards. Inhale, lift up. Are you squeezing your right bum? And down. And up. That's it. And down. And up. All right, I'm going to face this way. So from here, what I want you to think about is activating that back leg even more. So I'm squeezing my bum. Now I'm going to lift that leg off the floor. Super squeeze that leg. Super squeeze. Down we come. All right, we're going to do that again. Squeeze, lift. Hold it there. Push that top of the foot firmly into the floor and down. All right, last one. We're going to lift, squeeze. See if we can lift that chest. Keep the leg there. Exhale, forwards. Can you see my leg is still activated and off the floor? Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Last one. Inhale, lift the chest. We're going to drop that knee down. All right. Just have a little wiggle. Okay. We're going to activate the back of the leg and see if we can just bend that leg and lift. So you might think, oh God, I'm getting cramp. All right. So just bring it straight back down. So don't feel like you've got to keep it there like a statue. All right. So squeeze, lift, pointy toe down. Squeeze, lift, pointy toe down. All right. You get the idea. Let's do two more. Squeeze and lift, down. Last one. Squeeze and lift. Good. And down. Okay. Flat hands. So when we're trying to move the legs, you want to round the upper back so you're supporting with the shoulders and drag that leg back. That's it. So use your core to help you move rather than just trying to scrape your leg back. All right. We've got the right leg together. So toes, top of the foot on the floor, just move that leg back. That's it. So we're doing the opposite leg now. Are you on right leg? Or did you do your other leg? Okay. Right. So think with your arms, try not to lock out here like this because you overextend. So tiny little bit, I do that. I'm hypermobile in the joints as well. So I do that and I think, oh no, bend a bit. All right. So we're going to lift that right leg off the floor. I'm super squeezing my butt. I'm squeezing my thigh. I'm going to flex that back foot and push it out through the heel. I'm not lifting it too high off the floor, right? So it's not massively off the floor. It's not up here, it's down here, right? Exhale, we're going to bring it in. And when you do that, you can point the toes. You're rounding the back a little bit, but I want you to not be loosey-goosey in the middle. Try and pull everything in, navel in. Inhale, extend, and flex the foot. Just look forwards. Good. In again. And push away. That's it. In again. And push away. Lovely. That's it. In and drop the knee down. So straight leg again. We're going to sit back towards that right heel. Extend that left leg. Fingers out to the sides. So you want to try and pull. You don't want to be sitting off to the right side. You want to pull forwards and that back leg is going to anchor you. To do that, you have to squeeze your butt, all right? So squeezing the leg, exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, lift the chest. Good. Exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, lift the chest. Nice. Exhale, coming forwards. Keep squeezing your bum. Inhale, lift. All right, now we're going to lift that leg off the floor. If you feel a bit awkward here, move your fingers, all right, to wherever feels like you can keep the chest up. We're squeezing that back leg and we're lifting the knee off the floor. So strong stick leg. All right, that's it. Squeeze, knee down. All right, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Squeeze. And down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Now see if we can hold it there. Keep squeezing. Super squeeze your left bum. Fingers back where you can move. All right. Inhale, lift the chest. I'm dragging my shoulders down. Exhale and reaching. Lovely. Inhale. Nice. And reach. Keep that back leg strong. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Give that back knee a break, just bring it down. Okay, so we're going to do the lifting thing, all right? Think where your shoulders are, try and pull them back, all right? We're going to squeeze the back of that leg and see if we can lift. Quick one to start with, right? Pull your leg into thinking it's like, all right? Squeeze and lift. Good, and down. Last two. Squeeze and lift, so you can hold it a tiny bit longer. And down. Last one. Lift, good. And down, nice. Flat hands. Push away from the floor, so you're rounding the upper back to give yourself a bit of room. We're going to drag the right knee back, left knee in a bit. All right, so we come back to all fours. Inhale, arch. Drag that chest through, look forwards. Exhale, round. Push your back up to the ceiling. Big toes together. Just sit down on the feet. So we're just going to sit. That's it. Does feel okay? All right. Fingers in the middle so we can separate the knees. So I want you to go a little bit wider if you can. So go mat width. See if you're all right. Okay. And then maybe. All right. Okay. Good stuff. So we're going to do a little rock of the legs. All right. We'll come into a twist first. Okay. So fingers down. Exhale. We're going to round. So I'm tucking under with my bum. It almost slides along your feet and I'm rounding. Now we're coming the other way. I'm going to tip my pelvis forwards and arch my back. I'm dragging those shoulders down, lifting the gaze. My bum's still on the feet. Straighten up a bit. All right, so neutral spine. I'm going to sit back on the heels, heavy on the heels. Right hand up the left leg. It doesn't have to be near the knee, right up here. Left finger's behind. I want you to push into those back fingers and push your pelvis forwards. All right, that's it. Exhale, twist over that left side and super squeeze your right thigh. Inhale, face forwards. Just relax in the middle, all right? I'm going to go for the other side. Left hand on that leg, right fingers on the floor. Push your pelvis forward, so arch a little bit, your bum's still on the feet, and then you're going to squeeze your legs. Twist to that right side. Now super squeeze the left leg. And facing forwards. Good stuff. Fingers down here. Round the back, so look, tuck your chin in. Inhale, drag that chest through. Exhale, round. Inhale, drag that chest through. Exhale, round. Inhale, chest forwards. Okay, now just look forwards, but keep that back shape if you can. All right? I'm squeezing my butt, I'm squeezing my legs to help me. I'm going to walk forwards with the hands and bring the elbows down. So think Sphinx, all right? I'm not here with the shoulders. I've got to pull them back. So you've got to make your back squeeze to pull those shoulder blades down in a little V, all right? Claw the floor and use that to kind of help you pull forwards. Super squeeze the thighs. Good. It doesn't look much, but you should be activating that. That's it, that's it. And release. Just walk those hands back. I forgot why I was here in the first place. I was going to do the rocky. Right, so let's bring the knees in a tiny. Tell you what, come off your feet because you might think, Christ, I've gone to sleep. All right, so just have a little wiggle in the middle. We'll do a little cat-cow with wide knees. So round the back, push your back up to the ceiling. So let the shoulder blades come around the edges and push. Inhale, back to neutral. Now hip bones towards the thighs, stick your bum in the air, claw the floor, drag that chest through, arch. Nice. Okay, now come back and sit back again. So we're going to do the rolls, all right? I'm going to go a bit wider again, all right? That's it. So both hands either side of this left leg. That's it. Now I want you to think about left bum is on the foot, right hip is coming up. I want to super squeeze this leg and kind of roll it into the middle. Does that make sense? And back down again. That's it. Hands on the side. So I'm kind of lifting away, but not off the bottom. So this right bum is on the foot. I'm going to lift left hip up. So it doesn't, it sort of comes off your foot bit, squeeze that left thigh, sit down. So to get the idea, we're rolling a leg. Right, so up, roll. So this hip, as though you're trying to touch that right hip towards that left knee, and down. That's it. Other side, up, roll. Nice, and down. Good. Hands back, bring the knees in. We're just going to tuck the toes here and just rock backwards and forwards. So we're working into the bottoms of those feet. I hate this. I hate this. Some people find this really easy. Do you find that easy, Linda?
Yes, but my right leg's cramping. Oh. My feet are fine, but my legs keep cramping.
Right. Okay, right, that's enough of that. Right, tuck your feet on the floor. So, left leg. Stretch that left leg out behind you so the top of the foot's on the floor again. So we're not tucking the toes, you're on the top of the foot. That's it. We're going to push away from the floor, but tiny little bend in the elbow. So you're using your muscles. Think about using your rotator cuff, which is your shoulder blades here. I want you to squeeze there to help you push away from the floor. Don't use this bit, use here, all right? So push there, make it strong in the shoulder, left leg out. We're going to lift that left leg, we're going to flex. Now, we're going to turn that foot so it sticks out to the left side. So we were here, flex, turn. That's it. I want you to just bring it round and see if you can touch the floor. Nice stick leg. Lift, back again. That's it. All right. So I'm looking at look at the floor instead. All right. I'm going to turn out. So you can swing it round a bit further. Good. Push away from the floor. Lift, back again. Toes point towards the floor. Turn, foot sticks out to the left. That's it. Now see if you can swing it all the way forward to the outside of that left hand. Seems like a long way, isn't it? So put it into your right shin, right? Turn, swing that leg to the outside of that left hand. If you don't get all the way there, we're going to have to kind of just do that. All right? Don't worry if you have to do that. If you've never done that before, you're like, what the hell? All right, so foot here. That's it. Now, we want to have a little bend in this leg while we funny around. We're going to bring the fingers back a little bit. Now we're going to see if we can straighten that leg. So we're just going to squeeze the thigh and straighten. And bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. So using your thigh, don't just kind of go, all right, so squeeze it. Squeeze your butt, all right? Now, walk your fingers back a little bit. Keep this leg super strong. And I want you to think about shoulders down, look forwards. Yes. So you can do a little cat-cow if we can. So I'm going to keep this leg straight. I'm going to round the back, tuck under with your bum. Now you're sticking your bum out, look forwards. Round, arch. That's it. Can you feel it down the back of that leg? Is it hideous? Round, arch. That's it. Now, we're going to breathe. Okay, we're going to soften this knee and just bring that foot to the floor. So we're in a bit of a wonk here, right? We're going to have one hand on the knee and we're just going to lift the chest up. What I want you to think about is this right bottom. We're going to push the hips. So don't stick your bum out. You want to tuck under and squeeze your butt, right? Okay, now we're going a little bit sideways. So we're pushing into that left hip, but keep this leg strong and back. Squeeze and push and back. Squeeze and push. Good stuff. 2 more. Right, it's turned into Jane Fonda. Okay, there we go. Now, if you've not already, you might have gone, oh, relaxed. All right, try and keep your butt squeezed. Okay, we'll see if we can bring that right hand down to the floor. Nice. Can we bring the left hand down? Good. Now, super squeeze that right bottom. Try and push as much of that right leg to the floor as you can and lift the chest. You can come onto the edge of this foot. All right. Good. Now pull the hips back. You don't have to straighten that leg all the way. Just kind of give yourself a breathe. Push forwards. Right bottom squeezes and push. Try and lift the chest. And back we come. Try and stay on the heel if you can. We're trying to straighten that leg eventually. All right, but if it's a bit like, oh my God, all right, just here. Again, forwards. Okay, we're going to try and lizard. All right. First of all, we're going to see, you bring this right elbow, hand forwards a bit, right elbow down. Can we do that? Don't worry. That's not what I'm going to do. Oh, thank you. Okay. Right, what we'll do is a little sort of pretend. Okay, so we've got both hands here. All right, we're going to go, oh, like that, and back. All right, forwards and back. Okay, forwards and back. Good stuff. All right, so last one. Shoulders down, push that right hip down, lift the chest, nice, and drag the hips back. Straighten that leg, come onto the heel. That's it, good stuff. I'm going to have my left hand on this leg. All right, yes, nice. So try and drag that chest up and straighten that leg. Lovely. Can we bring the right hand to the hip? So you've got to push that heel into the floor and push your hips back to stabilize. Nice. Good stuff. Lovely. Okay, fingers down, soften that leg. So push into the hands, round that upper back a little bit. See if we can bring that knee, tuck it in and back. Lovely. Stay on the fingertips, just make them a bit wider. I'm going to have 3 fingers off the mat, 2 on. All right. Where's your shoulders? Are they here or are they here? So we're going to roll them back. Stick your butt in the air. Pull that chest forwards. Squeeze your back. And round. Push that back up to the ceiling. Arch. And round. Come back to neutral spine. Hands flat. Pull the knees in a bit, so nice and square again. Little spidey fingers on that floor, or like kind of bend. Great. Yeah. All right. Right leg out behind. Top of the foot on the floor. Look forwards. Use this left shin as well. So push into that left shin. Super squeeze that leg. Lift. Not too high, because when you lift it, you start to arch your back. All right. We're going to flex that foot. Maybe lift it a little bit higher now. If it's not your back moving, if it's your bum squeezing. We're going to turn that leg. So you're opening the hip. We're going to see if we can do a mini circle. That's it. And back we come. Toes point towards the floor. So you've squared your hips again. Out. Circle. Maybe a bit further than the first time. And back we come. Close the hip. Turn the hip. Out. Well, I think we've done an extra one from the other side. All right, coming back. All right, so now we're going to see how far up we can get it. All right, so we're going to turn. We're going to circle. See if we can. Yeah, good try, good try. We're bringing it up. That's it, that's it. All right. Just, right, you got there. All right, just have a breather. Then we're going to bring the fingers back a little bit so you can lift your chest. You might have like a little bend in this leg to start with, and we're going to start to straighten a bit. So I'm going to inhale, exhale, and squeeze. Bend again. Exhale and squeeze. And squeeze. Try and lift the chest. Try and drag the shoulders back. Really nice. It's a lot going on. We're going to do a little cat-cow. Okay. I'm going to round, tuck under. Now I'm going to arch. I'm going to round, tuck under and squeeze your left butt. Now I'm going to arch. Good. One more. Round, arch. Lovely. Soften that front foot, knee, so that your foot comes down. Right hand on that knee, left hand on the hip. So you don't want to be loosey-loosey here in the hips, all right? You want to tuck under and squeeze your left butt. Now we're going to start to go out to that right side. Squeezing this right butt the whole time and tucking under. And up, keep squeeze and forwards. Up, forwards. One more, up and forwards. That's it. Okay. All right. So from here, we go right there. Sorry, left hand down. All right. That's it. Try and lift the chest. Good. You can come onto the edge of that foot if it helps. So we might do a little wiggle first, just to see if you've got a little bit of movement right in the crease. All right, so you, all right, like that. Okay. All right, nice. Look at that. Flat foot as well. Good. So can be on the edge, can be flat, whichever suits. All right. So what we're trying to work now is left hip. Squeeze your left bum, push that hip forwards, try and lift the chest. And straighten a bit. Good. Back we come. Squeeze. So forget about this leg. All right. Left side. Squeeze. It might be impossible to forget about that leg. All right. Straighten. Okay. And back we come. That's it. All right. So we're going to do our pretend lizard. All right. So we're going to do a little reach. So right hand sort of in the middle a bit so that you can balance. I'm going to go like that and come back again. That's it. Now keep squeezing that left side. As much of this left leg on the floor as you can. Back. That's it. All right. Okay. Again, sorry, I did the wrong hand. All right, that'll do. All right. We're going to walk back, move your hands back, straightening that leg. Squeeze. Squeeze this leg. Lift the kneecap because you're squeezing that thigh. Lift the chest. Pull the shoulders back and down. Lovely. Right. We've got to get that leg back now. Flat hands. Push into the hands to round the upper back. We're going to bring that leg in. Can you just do a little knee tuck? And back to the floor. Good stuff. Inhale, arch. So tummy down, chest up. That's it. Exhale, round. Round your back. Big toes together. Extended child. Creep those fingers forwards. Inhale, roll forwards. We're going to tuck the toes again. So we want to be square. All right. So I'm going to fiddle about till I feel like I'm in the right place. Wrists are under the shoulders. Knees quite narrow. So right under the hips. Push into the toes. So you've got curled toes underneath. Now, push away from the floor. So round the upper back a little bit because you're using the shoulders. We're going to suck the abdomen in and then we're going to float the knees off the floor. Tuck everything in. Squeeze it in. Pull the ribs in. So don't try not to flare your ribs, which means sticking them out. You're going to squeeze them together. Inhale, we're going to lift onto tiptoes and push back into down dog. We're going to just do a little pedal with the feet, now down dog. So I'm just bending one leg and pushing the other foot as close to the floor as you can. Then we're going to swap over and swap. So keep having a go at that. Pushing those heels as close to the floor as you can manage. That's it. All right, so keep still in your down dog now. Straighten your legs by squeezing your thighs. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Now do a little roll. So I'm going to come up onto the tiptoes and roll forward like I was coming into plank. So my shoulders are over the wrists. And I'm going to exhale, press back. Inhale, little roll forwards. So still got a rounded back. Exhale, press back. Inhale forwards. And press back. Right. Let's bring the right leg up towards the ceiling. So in 3-leg dog. Now just tap the top of that foot on the floor. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tap. Bring that right knee into the chest. Round the upper back. Roll forwards into plank shape if you can. Keep that knee tucked in. If you can, we're going to step that foot right between the hands. If you need to give it a helping hand, if you get halfway, use your hand and get that foot forwards. Did you see what I did? So, from here, tuck in. Just step as far forwards as you can. Then you can help it. Right? Fingers either side of that foot. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Lift the chest. Good stuff. So under with the pelvis, squeeze your bum. Sink forwards. So we're getting as much of that left hip coming forwards as we can. You clamp it there with your bum. All right? Inhale, arms up. So we're coming into crescent moon. If you prefer hands here, you can stay here. If you want, we can interlace. release the index finger so you can get the arms behind the ears. Now this is where your shoulders come up. So push up, 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 push down with the left hip. That's it, nice, lovely. Exhale nice and wide with the arms. Fingers down, all those hips back. So you're straightening the legs so you can keep the toes on the floor. Nice, and bend again. I want you to bring both hands on the inside of that right foot. That's it, okay. We're going to tuck the back toes. You're going to lift that back leg off the floor and then twiddle so that your heel comes to the floor. That's it, that's it. Now try not to let the hips come out to the side. You're still in a line, right? That's it, lovely. Right hand is going to come inside this leg. So my forearm is in line with this shin. I'm going to squeeze and push the arm into the leg. Inhale, left arm up towards the ceiling. Really nice. See if we can bend a bit more into that front leg. Good. Left hand comes down. Turn onto the back toes. Back knee comes down. Untuck. Draw those hips back a little bit. See if we can straighten with the hands on the floor. You can bring your hands back here. Right. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. One more. Bend. Straighten. Nice. Okay. Move the hands back towards that foot. Move this hand back the other side of that foot there. Tuck the back toe. Lift. Step back to down dog. Got the left leg together. Left leg lifts into the air. Three-leg dog. Exhale. Just tap the top of that foot on the floor behind you. Lift again. And tap. Lift again. This time, we're going to tuck the knee in and roll forwards. Keep that knee tucked in as long as you can. Then we're going to step the foot forwards. So again, if you get kind of 3/4 of the way there, use that hand to help that foot. Passing. Bring that back knee down. Untuck the back toe. Lift the chest. Come up. Pelvis under. Squeeze your right bum. So you're kind of clamping it there. Now we're going to sink forwards. Lovely. So keep that bum working if you can. Right. Present move. Inhale, arms up. Interlace if you want to, or you can have the hands like this. If you want to, hands behind the ears if you can. So think up with the arms, down with the hip. Super squeeze that back leg, right bottom. Exhale nice and wide with the hands, fingers down. Walk them back a bit if you want to. Straighten this front leg. Good, and soften. Straighten the front leg. Lovely. Soften. Straighten. Good. Good, and soften. That's it. And to the inside of that left foot. That's it. So this arm is kind of running parallel with this leg. All right. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift the back leg off the floor, and then twiddle so that the heel comes to the floor. That's it. Now, the hips might have wound out to the left a bit. What I want you to do is pull them back in. Good stuff. All right. So let's see if we can bend into that front knee. Right. We're going to lift with that right arm into our, yes, nice. So push the arm into the leg. See if you can look up towards the ceiling. You've got to squeeze your butt to open the chest. Good stuff. Hand back down. Turn onto the back toes. Back knee down. Untuck. Drag the hips back. So we're doing a little extra. So if you want to, bring the hands back and we're pulling back. So I'm keeping my shoulder kind of in line with that leg as I come back, if you can. So don't worry if it comes up a little bit. You're just working that leg straight. Yes. Good. Can you feel it on the outside of this leg? Feeling it all over. Okay. All right. So come forwards. Hands either side of that foot. Tuck the back toes. This time, we're just going to lift into plank. So lift that back leg off the floor. Super squeeze your right leg. Push away from the floor with the shoulders. So you're rounding the upper back. And we're going to step back with that left foot. So we're in plank. Pull the ribs towards each other.
So like concertina in the ribs together. Drop the knees. Big toes together, extended child. Creep your fingers forwards. So you're stretching so this is where the shoulders lift and they really are coming up round your ears, right? Separate your hands ever so slightly. Inhale, we're going to do our spinal roll. So we're rolling forwards, keep the chin tucked in till the very last. Exhale, I'm going to drop the hips, separate the feet, drop the hips down, squeeze your butt, lift away from the floor. Nice, little bend in the elbow. Exhale, push and round. Inhale, roll. Spinal roll. Separate the feet, hips drop down, squeeze your butt. Lift. Good. Now we're going to drop down to the floor. All right. Okay. Have a little shimmy. All right. You want to feel well. It's okay. All right. So we're going to try a little bit of cobra. So we're going to do Sphinx first. I didn't say that. Right. So elbows down, and then depending on how your back feels, the harder it is, your elbows are closer. The easier it is, your elbows are here. All right. Go forwards. Parallel arms, shoulders, pull them down. So you start from there. When you pull your shoulders down, it makes your chest pop up. Can you see if you kind of shrug, you sink. You pull them down, you lift. Right? Start with your pelvis. You're going to push your pelvis into the floor, squeeze your butt, strengthen your legs so the knees come off the floor. That's it. Now claw and drag that chest forward. So it's a very active pose. It doesn't look much, but you're squeezing your back. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Roll round. All right. Do one more of those. Start with your pelvis. Push it into the floor. So you end up with a little flat piece here. So I'm pushing down. Can you see it flattens there? Squeeze your butt. All right. Strengthen the legs so your knees come off the floor. Claw at the floor. Drag the chest forwards. So I'm squeezing mid-back and pushing forwards. And little round. Okay. From here, we're going to bring the hands back now. So we're going to start with the thumbs about level with your nose. All right, so they're not massively back. Okay. Legs have got the toes in the corner of the mat, wider if you want to. All right, so think. Where's your shoulders? We're going to lift the elbows off the floor. Can you see? It pushes your chest down. Now I'm going to do a little, so you've got a little cricket kind of, right? Now I'm going to pull them in towards the sides and pull my shoulders down. And it makes your chest pop up, right? So we're going to start from there. I'm going to lift chest. I'm going to pull my elbows in, so you can see we're in a little V shape. I'm keeping my elbows tucked in. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades down. Squeeze your bum, push your pelvis into the floor. Strong legs, lift a little bit. That's it. And down. Lift, down. Squeeze your butt. Down, down. All right? Okay, right, let's have a breather. Just relax, have a little shimmy. All right? We're going to do high cobra if you want to. Depends how your back's feeling. If you've not done any back bends for a while, you might think, oh, thank you. All right. If you're like Nick, specialist at back bends, you might bring your hands back behind the shoulders. All right. So we're going to start face on the floor, forehead down. I'm going to bring my hands back as far as mine are level with my shoulders. I'm going to tuck my elbows in. That might be a bit far back for you to start with. All right, so where you think you can manage, you can always move, all right? Push your pelvis into the floor and squeeze your bum like mad. Squeeze your legs like mad. Inhale, lift. That's it. Elbows are in, shoulders are down. That's it. So a lot of this is your legs. A lot. Sorry, come down. Sorry, all right? Okay, I'm going to move with the breath. Sorry, I'll go a bit long. All right, so can you see, when I kind of relax my shoulders, I'm all hunched up. When I pull my shoulders back, your chest pops up. Start with your pelvis, push, squeeze your bum, clamp, strong legs, Inhale, lift. Nice. Exhale, forwards. Inhale. Yes. One more. Okay. This time, move your hands to where it's comfortable. All right. We're going to push into the hands, round, drag the knees in, sit back towards the heels, but take your time coming into child's because you might think, bloody hell. All right. Okay. So just have a little breather halfway there if you need to. We're coming into our peak pose, ladies and gents. Pigeon, Linda, before you start panicking. All right. What do you mean, Linda? Drag the hands forwards. We're going to roll forwards. We're going to tuck the toes and come into it from down dog. So we're tucking the toes, lift into down dog. Left leg's coming up. 3-leg dog. Exhale, knee into the chest. Now we're aiming for the shin to come forward this time. So you're angling your knee towards that left wrist. Foot comes across. So like this. That's it. That's it. That's it. Down. Now stay high while we fiddle about. I like to straighten my foot a bit. It looks more pretty. Right. That's it. But it also means that you can tuck in a bit more when you sit down. So you can see I'm quite high off the floor at the minute. All right. I'm going to tuck the back toe and walk that leg back. All right. So we're kind of sliding back. Now in this, fingers a little bit wider. I like to turn my hands again. So we're going to do the clampy thing again. But first off, your left leg might be complaining. All right. So we're just going to sort of sit to the left side a little bit. That's it. I'm not sitting down, I'm just moving. And then I'm going to push this right hip forwards. You see, square your hips. Now I'm going to squeeze my bum. All right. Off to the left again. Relax. Push the right hip forwards and squeeze. Off to the left. Right hip forwards and squeeze. Right, now, try and keep that back leg active. So there's no relaxing. All right. Clamp that back left. So I'm squeezing my bum. Fingers either side. So if you want to, move that back leg back a little bit. Feel like you're square. So you're always pulling this right hip forwards and squeezing. We're going to push away from the floor. Now I'm going to do a little swan dive forwards. I'm going to tuck the chin. I'm going to bring the crown of the head down to the floor. I'm going to scoop along the floor. And as I lift the chest, I'm going to pull the shoulders. I don't know what the shoulders are. Shoulders down and lift the chest. Squeeze that back leg. Okay, tuck the chin. Dive down. Scrape along the floor. Lift. Nice. Last one. Dive. Scoop. And lift. Lovely. Are you all right? Leg hurting? All right, nice. Should we try one little tiny thing? Right hand more into the middle for balance. So when you do this, try not to do this with the shoulder. You want to pull it back. All right. So if you need to move your arm so you can get in position, don't feel afraid to fart around a bit to get in the right place. All right. Pull the shoulder down. Okay. We're just going to see if you can lift the left arm and down. Up, down. Keep squeezing that back leg. Up, down. Lovely. Now we're going to circle. Going up, I'm going to circle and hold the back leg if you can. Left arm. So opposite hand to leg. Yeah, that's it. All right. So if it's a long way off, just bring it to the side. All right. If you can get the leg, get the leg. So I'm pulling the right shoulder back. I'm pulling the left shoulder back. I'm super squeezing that back leg. I'm lifting the chest. Look forwards. Circle the arm. Hand down, hand down. So round the upper back, push to make room to move that leg. Just drag the knee back. That's it. So you might have to give it a little breather. So just stick it out the back and give it a little wiggle. That's it. That's it. Okay. Unfortunately, we've got 2 legs. Tuck the toes, coming into down dog. Right. Right leg's coming up, 3-leg dog. Lift, lift, lift. Tuck the knee in. Bring that shin forward. So the knee's heading towards that hand, right hand. Shin comes across. That's it. Now, if you can, move your leg a bit wider. You need this. Yeah, out to that. So don't be afraid it's going to go, oh, looks a bit narrow. Shuffle. All right. I'm going to straighten this foot a little bit. Pretty toes. All right. Tuck the back toes. Walk that back leg back. We're going to do our little lean. Hands, all right, shoulders, shoulders, right. So lean to the right, push forward with the left hip and squeeze. Lean to the right, relax. Push forward with the left hip and squeeze. Good. Over to the right, push forward with that left hip. Now, clamp, so squeeze. It's hard to keep squeezing the whole time when you're not used to it. Big shoulders, pull them down here. We're going to do our little dive down, all right? So, chin in, crown of the head towards the floor, scrape along the floor. I say scrape, you know what I mean? Lift up, shoulders, tuck, dive, scrape, lift. Squeeze that back leg, dive, scrape, lift. Nice. Now, maybe you've got more room now to move that back leg. So try and straighten your back leg up. So pull it in more towards the centre line. So tuck your toes. So at the minute, the leg's sort of out here. Yeah, right. Tuck and pull it back in a bit. All right. If you need to come a bit higher, then do have a little fiddle about. That's it. And then you can clamp that hip there. Oh, I'm going to stay here now. All right. So we're doing the lift arm. So left hand's going to come more into the middle. Shoulder, pull it back. Right. So if you're on a fist, fingertips, flat hand, whatever. All right. Just pull the shoulder back. We're just going to lift that right arm. So I'm clamping this butt here, straightening this leg. Inhale, lift that right arm. And down. And lift and down. So when I squeeze my bum, it's not coming into my lower back. All right? Lift and down. So we're going to circle. Lift, circle, catch the leg. So catch and then walk round. Pull the shoulders back. Squeeze, maybe lifting the gaze here. Hold it there. Hold it. See if you breathe. And look forward. Circle the arm back. Hands either side of that knee. Push into the hands, round that upper back. So I'm going to drag the back knee in. Move that right knee back. And then you can silently swag or stick a leg out the back. Oh, and give it a little breather there. Well done. Good stuff. Right. Okay. Let's just finish wide knees. Sit on the heels. That's it. Now we're just going to do a gentle cat cow in this shape. So I've got wider the knees than normal. All right. This is just settling the spine a little bit. So I'm just going to tuck under a little bit and round a little bit. Just arch a tiny bit, just lift the chest. So I'm not forcing anything, I'm just doing a little wiggle, really. Round, lift, round, lift, round here, fingers in the middle. Let's just come forward into child's for a couple of breaths, elbows on the floor. Just press the weight back a little bit and just settle in here. I'm not squeezing anything, I'm just contemplating. Right. Lovely. Okay, let's come back up. So it's relaxation time. I've got time to put the jumper on, socks, or run for the hills. It's in lilac. Linda, nice little two-piece there.
Yes, kind of, yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, I bought them at completely separate time.
Don't know that. Yeah, right.
And eaten.
Yeah. So when you're ready, we're going to lie down in, well, sort of traditionally you would lie down in, which is basically a star shape, all right, just kind of collapse. If you don't like that on your lower back, you can always come into either butterfly legs or go the other way and push your lower back down a little bit. I wouldn't suggest like ramming your back into the floor, just if that feels more comfortable, all right, this or this. Okay, so whichever you fancy. So in relaxation, we're trying to let go of the mind and stop thinking about, I won't say shop now, you're thinking about shopping this down. All right, so just, you want to have a little wiggle about now so that your body feels nice and symmetrical, because then your brain kind of finds it easier to switch off and it's not thinking about one hips in a weird angle. So have a little wiggle, all right? Think, is one shoulder higher than the other? And then just have a little wiggle with the shoulder blades, get them flat underneath you. I like to turn the palms up because I find it helps you with the shoulder blades. Let the feet just flop out a little bit out to the sides and take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then at first, you're going to be kind of conscious of your breath, but I want you to try and breathe through the nose, in and out through the nose, and then eventually just let the body do the breathing for you. All right? We're going to do a body rotation. So I'm going to name parts of the body, and you're just going to think about that part of the body and move around the parts as I mention them. All right? So just follow my voice. You're not trying to overanalyze it, just go around the body. And we always start on the right side. So we're going to start with the right hand. Right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth, little finger, palm, become aware of the palm, the back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right waist, right hip, right thigh, kneecap, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, big toe, all of the toes. Become aware of the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth, little finger, the palm, back of the hand, the wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left waist, left hip, left thigh, kneecap, calf, ankle, the heel, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, big toe, all of the toes. Now to the back. Become aware of the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, right bottom, left bottom, the spine. Now the whole back together. Now go to the crown of the head, the forehead, the temples, the right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, the nose, tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, the chin, throat, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, abdomen. Now the whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg, both legs together, the whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm, both arms together. Now the whole of the back, the bottom, the spine, the shoulder blades. Now the whole of the front, the abdomen, the chest. Now the whole of the back and the front together. The whole of the head. Now the whole body together. The whole body is lying on the floor. Just become aware of your body lying on the floor and visualize that image in your mind. See your body lying perfectly still on the floor in the room. And then just notice the breath. Just feel the flow of the breath in and out. You're not trying to change it. You're just noticing it. You're not doing it. The body's doing it for you. Just maintain awareness of your breath. Now concentrate your awareness on the movement of the navel area. So concentrate on your navel moving, rising and falling with every breath. Expands and contracts. Now shift your attention to the chest. Your chest rises and falls slightly with every breath. Now move your awareness to the throat. Become aware of the breath moving in and out of the throat. And now to the nose. Become aware of the breath moving in and out of the nostrils. Moving in and out of the nose. Just feel the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. As you breathe in, it rises from the navel to the throat. As you breathe out, it descends from the throat to the navel. Become completely aware of breathing, navel to throat, throat to navel. You're not trying to force the breath, you're just watching. And then relax any effort now. And again, visualize your body lying on the floor in the room. And with every inhale, just breathe a little deeper into the chest each time, bringing a bit of control back into the body. And then nice and slowly, you're starting to wriggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe drawing the legs together, feet together. If you want to, another stretch out with the arms up and over head. Just have a little stretch out there. And then one at a time, drag a knee into the chest. Pull the knees in. Maybe having a little rock there. That feels quite nice on the back. And then when you're ready, just rock over to the right side. And then you can use your left hand to help press you up to come up to seat. So, the hands just resting on the knees and take an inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, bring the shoulders up. As you breathe out, pull those shoulders down. One more. Inhale. And then out through the mouth. Thank you very much. Ah. Well done. You survived.
You can make it.
It's hard, isn't it, keeping up, you know, if you've not done it before,
Yeah,
and everyone else.
it's the breathing in, the breathing out, the moving this, moving that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're feeling a bit stiff as well, you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just don't worry about the flexibility side of it. Think about the squeezing. So you want to move with strength rather than kind of flop into things. So it doesn't do your hips any good if you just kind of go onto the floor. You've got to move with the strength of the joints rather than just kind of letting everything loose. So it almost does you a favour if you are a bit stiff, to be honest. I know it's probably like, why me? But it actually, if you're really flexible, it can be not great. So yeah, actually it's probably better for your body in the end. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm just going to turn this off.